Okay, so have you seen all this stuff about the Cybertruck being like the new Pinto? It's pretty wild. We're going to really dig into that today.
Yeah, it's a fascinating situation, really. I mean, where do you even start with a comparison like that?
I guess we start with the data,
Yeah.
right? We've got this report from FuelArc. They're a pretty respected automotive site, and they took a whole year of Cybertruck data and compared it to, get this, a decade of Ford Pinto stats.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we've got Mother Jones adding their take. They're known for, well, not holding back.
Right, they're not afraid to dig in and ask the tough questions. So let's get to it. Could Elon Musk's Cybertruck actually be more dangerous than the Ford Pinto? I mean, that's the question, isn't it?
The million-dollar question, right? But the Pinto, that's a whole different era. Different safety standards, different, everything.
Yeah, it was the 70s. They didn't exactly prioritize safety back then the way we do now. I mean, look at the cars from that era.
Right, but still, FuelArc's analysis is, well, it's pretty alarming. They claim the Cybertruck has a fatality rate 17 times higher than the Pinto.
17 times. Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah, 14.52 fatalities per 100,000 Cybertrucks compared to like 0.85 for the Pinto. That's a huge difference.
Huge. But again, different eras, different technology. Like, how do we even begin to compare?
Well, that's the thing, right? We have to be careful about jumping to conclusions. The Cybertruck is brand new. We only have a year of data. The Pinto, we have a decade's worth.
That's a really good point. I hadn't really thought about it like that. So
Okay.
a year of data, that's not a ton to go on. FuelArc focused on 3 specific incidents, if I remember correctly. Do you have the details on those?
Yeah, so the first one, a really tragic crash in Piedmont, California, 3 fatalities.
Oh, wow.
Then another crash, this time in Baytown, Texas, 1 fatality there. And then the third one, the one that everyone's been talking about, in Las Vegas.
Yeah, the one with the fireworks.
Right, 1 fatality there, but it also involved fireworks and, get this, a self-inflicted gunshot. So it's not exactly clear-cut whether the Cybertruck itself was directly responsible for the fatality.
Yeah, that one seems like a bit of an outlier, honestly. Even FuelArc says it's controversial.
They do. But even if you remove that Las Vegas incident, you still have those other 2 crashes and multiple fatalities. And that's where Mother Jones comes in with their skepticism, which honestly I think is warranted here. They point out that neither NHTSA nor IIHS, the big dogs of vehicle safety, have crash tested the Cybertruck.
Oh, yeah. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Right?
Exactly. No crash tests from them. And Tesla hasn't released its own data either.
It's pretty strange, especially because, Elon Musk himself said that the Cybertruck would be safer than any other truck out there.
Right. So where's the data to back that up? We've got these big claims, no independent testing, and then the recalls.
Oh, yeah, the recalls. How could I forget about those? There have been, how many? 7?
7 in its first year. That's unheard of, almost. One of those recalls was for a trapped accelerator pedal. Imagine that in a Cybertruck.
Oh, man, yeah, that thing is heavy. A trapped accelerator pedal in a Cybertruck would be, terrifying, to say the least.
And there was another recall for a suspension problem, like a major one that could lead to complete failure of the suspension. So, these aren't just like cosmetic issues. These are serious problems that could have, life or death consequences.
So when you combine that with those fatality numbers from FuelArc, it paints a pretty concerning picture.
It does. And I think the bigger issue here, even more than the Pinto comparison, is the lack of transparency and the potential for overpromising.
Right. We need more data, more testing, and more honesty from Tesla about the Cybertruck's safety.
Absolutely. I mean, what does this say about rushing new technology to market? Shouldn't consumer safety always come first? I think that's a question we all need to be asking, not just with the Cybertruck, but with any new technology.
Totally. So the takeaway here for everyone listening is this. We can't say for sure that the Cybertruck is more dangerous than the Pinto, but there are definitely red flags. We need more information, more transparency, and frankly, more accountability.
Exactly. And I think this whole situation really highlights a much bigger issue. How do we balance innovation with safety? It's a complex question, and one that we'll need to keep grappling with as technology continues to evolve at this crazy pace.
Really makes you think, doesn't it? Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Stay tuned for more, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the most important and sometimes controversial topics of the day.
And always stay curious.
Absolutely. Until next time.
See you then.